The bitterness between the North and the Southwest is increasing day by day. I repeat, the bitterness between the North and the Southwest is increasing day by day. It seems that the North is strategically hitting Tinubu's government strategically. Let's look at Daily Trust. Daily Trust is known as a northern newspaper, and they put out a publication on the presidential jet. They says revealed US president still using 34-year-old plane, but Nigeria abandoned 19-year-old plane. Listen, revealed that the US president is still using 34-year-old plane, but Nigeria abandoned its 19-year-old aircraft. So the Daily Trust, which is seen as a northern newspaper, has come out to criticize Tinubu's government, which they didn't really do, in quotes, under Buhari's government. And now some of the people that are fronting for the administration, some of the attack dogs of APC administration that are not necessarily having portfolios, because that is how it works. When you want to carry out a propaganda or when you want people to defend your government, you must make them look neutral. That is why most media aides of Bola Ahmed Tinubu are not doing the job these guys are doing. We have Woye, we have Okweoluwa, we have Reno Mokri. Now, Reno Mokri, which is believed to be somebody that is defending the APC government, now had a reply to Daily Trust, putting out fake news or half news, half truths, whatever you call it. I'm saying, who is going to settle this fight between the North and the Southwest? Know that during the 9 years of Buhari, the North actually kept quiet. The Southwest even did some defending, while from the South, the Southeast, some people were attacking Buhari's government. The Southwest did some defending. When I say Southwest, I'm not saying everybody. Majority of the people that defended Buhari's government openly were from the Southwest. But now it is Tinubu's turn. The North has not returned the favor of defending a Tinubu. Instead, they have to resurrect machineries of attacking Tinubu. The Southeast are sitting down there, the South are watching. Most of them are very, very happy with the development. They really want these guys to fight so that we can get to a point that everybody will now say, go to your father's house. Because it is these two people that are keeping Nigeria together, in quote. It is the fight between the North and the Southwest that is keeping Nigeria together. So it has angered the Southwest and those that are supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu because of his tribe. Under that post that Reno Mokri did, lambasting Daily Trust, you see different people from different tribes having a stand. And when you look at it, I had to go through all the tweets, most of the tweets, the replies on Reno Mokri's clapback at Daily Trust. Let's look at what Reno Mokri said. He said, please fact check me. You deliberately omitted to tell your readers that the US has ordered a new Air Force One from Boeing at the cost of $3.9 billion, which is over 300 times the cost of Nigeria's new presidential jet. Remember, Daily Trust says that United States has not abandoned its 34-year-old presidential jet, but Nigeria's government, Nigeria's president, abandoned a 19-year-old aircraft. That was the point Daily Trust made. But look at defender of the government, defender of the policies of the government now came with another narrative. When we talk about journalism, there are so many things to journalism or having reports. Narratives, very important. Narratives, very important because they influence the minds of the people, the judgment of the people, agenda setting, and narratives. So, Reno Mokri went to take a narrative, and that narrative wants to water down the whole report of Daily Trust. He said, you refuse to say that the US ordered a new Air Force One from Boeing at the cost of $3.9 billion, which is over 300 times the cost of Nigeria's new presidential jet. You failed to inform your readers that it cost over $177,000 an hour and $2,964 every minute for the U.S. Air Force to maintain the current Air Force One that President Biden uses, which, when you calculate the yearly cost, is more than the $100 million Nigeria spent on the new presidential jet. Narrative upon narrative. Now, as a reader or as a Nigerian, which narrative will you take? Is it that of Daily Trust, which, as accused by Reno Omokri, is giving out half-truths? That is their narrative. They are telling you that why would Nigeria's president abandon a 19-year-old jet or presidential plane, whatever, aircraft? But U.S. president, one of the biggest viable countries in the world, did not abandon its 34-year-old presidential jet. Narrative. So somebody that would defend the government now came out to tell us that no, it is not only that. They bought a new one. Tell your readers that they bought a new one. Stop putting out half-truths. What does that seem to achieve? So it is bringing out that report that the United States bought a new jet, wants to tell the reader that what Tinubu has done is not bad. It's not bad. You see, trying to push that narrative is not bad. He can still buy. Even the person that they say is maintaining 34-year-old jet bought new one. I hope you're getting the point. I don't want to stand on sides. I want you to see the mindsets of these people, these guys. I want to see the kind of people they are made of. This is a Reno Omokri that during Buhari's 8 years, he was attacking the government of Buhari. Most of the reasons why probably he could not step foot into Nigeria because he knew that the government was looking for him. The administration of Buhari was looking for him. He attacked. He was at the forefront. Anytime Buhari comes to wherever he is, you will see him with placards here and there, moving up and down. Now it has come to Tinubu. Now he is becoming circumspect. He is defending Tinubu. The North, during Buhari, they kept quiet. They didn't say anything. Nothing. Reno Omokri, who is defending a southern president, was saying something then. Now it is time for Tinubu. The North started speaking out. Reno Omokri started defending. You can see how hypocritical these people are. When you look at them, they have points. They have a point to put out to their various listeners, various people, gullible Nigerians that will listen to these people because of the narrative they are trying to push out. Not that they really have any message to send to Nigerians that will suit the minds of Nigerians against a government that is spending. Buhari started destroying this economy even to the point that any government that was going to come after Buhari was going to face tough, was going to find it hard. But nobody is going to pity President Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he brought Buhari and he assured Nigerians that Buhari is the general that is going to rescue Nigerians. Knowing that politically he was trying to set up himself to become president. Selfish ambition. So between Reno Omokri and Daily Trust, who would you trust or who do you believe? Reno Omokri is somebody that tells you, spend according to your means. Reno nuggets. Spend according to your means. If you're a man, don't spend beyond your means. But it is the same Reno Omokri that is defending a government that is not spending according to his means. That is what Daily Trust is telling Reno Omokri and the likes that support the APC and the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, telling them that you need to spend within your means. Even the people that have the money in the world, even the people that have the best economies in the world powers, they are maintaining what they have. That is the message Daily Trust is passing to Nigerians, even though they are passing it because they are pushing a narrative, because they are complicit. When Buhari was in power, they were not so active. So Renomokri didn't want to see that truth, but he wants to counter that truth, that fact, with another fact. You see, when people start using excuses, you know that these people have a motive, a sinister motive. So Renomokri brings an excuse, does not confirm that the president is spending outside its means. A presidency that is going to borrow $500 million from whoever, whether it's World Bank, whoever, because Nigerians are not even interested in what the president is doing, because he does not carry Nigerians along, and he does what he wants to do, listens to nobody. You are going to borrow $500 million, but you are spending over $100 million purchasing a jet. I believe the president has a fleet. France, according to them, 63 of those jets. That means even without the new one, he has jets. Which one did he use to go to Guinea? Okay, we don't know anything, no, but we are seeing the games they are playing. Now, when you look at the post under Renomokri, you see, look at two different supporters. Most of them supporting Daily Trust are from the north. Others supporting Renomokri from the southwest. Let me tell you one thing. When you want to do propaganda, for instance, I'm a president, and I want to run a propaganda campaign, I will not use people officially people that are in my government to run the propaganda. That's why an Onanuga will not do well, but a Renomokri will do well. If Renomokri were to be an official, they will look at him as biased in a way, although he would do well as an official of the APC government, but they will look at him as biased because he's an official. He's an official. But when it's somebody that is outside, a Southerner who is a PDP apologist, doing such attacks, doing such propaganda, it may be accepted in a way. Most of the people who you see that are effective defending this government on Twitter, most of them are not. Some of them are not really having an official position with the president. So might be SCO, maybe Woye is an SC. Okweluwa does not have an official position with the president. Renomokri and the likes do not have, and these guys are effective with what they dish out to Nigerians every day. So when under that tweet you see two different people with two different narratives. When I tell people that this life is all about narrative, they will not believe. One is saying that you want our president to die like that man that died in his helicopter. He needs a new presidential jet. The other one is saying that you cannot compare Nigeria and US. Compare the economies. There's nothing to just California as a state is bigger than, I believe the economy of California, a state in the United States, is bigger than Africa, not talk of Nigeria. So Renomokri are comparing. For instance, I have a son, I'm the father, and I'm the one sponsoring my son, taking my son to school, paying his school fees, his feeding, and everything. And I buy a car, and my son also wants to buy a car. What is the economy of my son? The economy of my son depends on me. So me, that I am the one giving grants to Nigeria. I'm the one most of the time refining petrol for Nigeria. I'm the one somehow influencing Nigeria. I'm a world power. I buy an Air Force jet, 3.9 billion. You're a poverty-stricken country, even though you have resources and everything, you cannot manage your economy. Your GDP is down to earth. Poverty, hunger, and everything. No government contribution to the lives of people. You cannot be rated in the world when it comes to viability. You are comparing yourself with somebody who has viable economy. Even though America owes 34 trillion naira, they can carry out the Buhari treatment. Buhari printed 21 trillion naira. If United States is one of the biggest debtors in the world, they can literally print out this paper money and pay your money. They can do it. If worse come to worse, they can. I'm not saying they will. So those that will come on that institute and start saying all sorts. These are the two narratives. Now, the other people, the first narrative, they said that you want Tinubu to die. You know the people that will have that narrative. The second narrative is that this jet will not be only used by Tinubu. Other presidents will use it. That is the narrative. On that Renault Mokri's tweet, you see, they will leave some areas untouched. The fact that you told Nigerians to tighten their seat belts, but yet, within a year, you launched a yacht, an Escalade, and a presidential jet, and you were posing with it. Your people used it and start throwing at people's faces. Why people are finding it difficult to feed. Fido, we're not talking about dreaming on how to expand business or career or whatever. Feed. They are finding it difficult to feed. One of the Northern Post says that the president could use a chartered flight until the economy bounces back. Somebody from, you see, that narrative. The president needs to use a chartered flight so that we can manage as the president can manage as he's told us to manage. You should lead by example until the economy bounces back. So the other people were bereft of arsenal to defend themselves. The first one, they said, you want the president to die. The second one, they said, not only President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will use the presidential jets. Those will have 3 points against them. Now, they now replied with another point, and that point is that the agencies, that is Daily Trust, so they're telling the agencies should do their work and sanction Daily Trust. They are biased. Ever since Tinubu came into power, they are attacking Tinubu. They didn't attack Buhari. You can see these people. These are from the southwest and the north. The narrative they are bringing out to Nigerians. Hypocrites. They are hypocrites. The kind of politics they are playing since the inception of democracy, or since Nigeria found its foot, is the kind of politics that have put Africa, the black man, down. The kind of politics they are playing, politics of nepotism, politics of unaccountability, politics of propaganda, manipulation, gaslighting. This is the thing that they have been playing over the years, and there's nothing to show for it. The country is going down. The ordinary Nigerian is becoming retarded, is becoming hopeless, while the politicians are getting richer, are getting more fatter. We went for a protest, the last End Bad Governance protest. We went for that protest, and the man that came to address us at the Lagos State Assembly, if you look at the skin of that man and the body of that man, you know that this man is enjoying Nigeria. Assembly member is enjoying Nigeria. While you look at the protesters, they look haggard. The protesters look like rejected food. The people that are telling you to calm down, they look fresh. They look, everything is working well for them. That is the same template of leadership we have in Nigeria. These are the people at the end of the day, like Awolowo and the rest. You say that these people fought for democracy. These are the people that, our leaders that really, we remember them. When David Hundenyi called Awolowo a criminal, people were jumping up and down. Now that the technology is going vast, look at your leaders and look at the template. Not that in the next 10 years, somebody will come and tell you that he was an epitome. He was this, he was that. We know what they are. We know the kind of caliber of people they are. But let me inform these two people that are fighting the north and the southwest. Continue your fight. You people are strange bedfellows. You aligned to just stay in power without looking at how to better the lives of Nigerians. Look at the north. They have been in power for donkey years, but now where is the infrastructure? Where is the economy? Where is the education? Where is it in the north? Most of Nigeria's leaders are northerners, and most of the country's resources have been allocated to northerners, whether individually or by state allocations, irrespective of the fact that their contribution to the center is minimal compared to the south. And even the southerners, woe to you because of politics, because you want to stay in power. Your selfishness has made you, when you need to call out something, you refuse to call it. You are defending the Buhari. And you said it, you are defending Buhari. You use politics to push Jonathan away. One of you came out to confess. Kayode Fayemi came out and said all the thing you did at the Ojota was politics. That is your lifestyle. That is what people do. Continue what you are doing. I know that this fight between the north and the southwest is going to continue because the suffering will continue, especially in the north. Complain that fuel is being sold for 1,000, 1,005, and the queues are heavy. And when fuel goes up, every other thing goes up, my brother. When fuel, the exchange rate goes up. These two people. When fuel, the exchange rate goes up, every other thing will skyrocket. Get ready for a December to remember. December to remember. The presidency literally may have abandoned the north because they are crying that the insecurity is becoming worse. The media is not even paying attention. Daily trusts, push it now. Something is happening in the north. You are not really paying attention what's happening in the north. That it comes to limelight. Nobody, they can just kidnap 100 people today and it becomes a normal news in the north. Nobody does anything. Everybody just go on as if it's normal. Go on with their normal lifestyle. Ire o, ire.